Hello, everyone. Uh, the volume. Hope you can hear me. Let me turn that up a little bit. Hopefully, it sounds all right this time. Maybe I'll turn it up a little more. Anyway, how's everyone? Hope everyone's well. A friend of mine asked me, I got the scar on my face. I've got a scar on my face from basically here all the way up to there. And it was from a car accident where I was drunk driving when I was 20 years old. And that's 20 years. That's been I'm 40 years old now. It's 20 years ago. And I had a 0.35 alcohol level. And I almost died from bleeding to death. My truck, I hit another drunk driver and our car sideswiped. And my truck went into a big boulder and I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. My head went through the windshield. And I almost died from loss of blood. And I almost died because alcohol poisoning. I had a 0.35 alcohol level. And if anybody tells you they had like some really high alcohol level, it's because they're true alcoholic. And only, and 0.4 is dead. And, I grew up drinking alcohol. Like I call myself a textbook alcoholic because I could always get alcohol when I was a little kid. I saw all the adults doing it and I wanted to be like them. And I did. I got into it and I always got away with it. And until I got older and got in trouble for it. But I developed a chemical addiction to alcohol, and human beings are all the same with all the other chemicals. We can get addicted to any type of chemical because of our neurology. And cannabinoids, and what I now know is, we all say, oh, everyone's addicted to something. We all have something that we're addicted to. And the reason for that is because our neurology, cannabinoids, the science of the endocannabinoid system is the fact that cannabinoids match the little geometric shapes that make up cannabinoids match identically to the little geometric shapes that make up our nervous system. And they fit like lock and key, and they're neuroprotectants and they're neurotransmitters. And this miracle fact is why these cannabinoids work for so many different neurological conditions. Like epilepsy is a neurological condition where there's no dopamines or serotonins or anything's being regulated, and it's all just flooding the nervous system. Or there's Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease where serotonins aren't jumping across the neurological cleft or synaptic cleft. And, cannabinoids are neurotransmitters and they pull the information through the synaptic cleft. And anyway, it's chemical addiction is the same thing. People always say, oh, well, they're a drug addict. They did that to themselves. Yeah, nobody ever poured alcohol down my throat. But I poisoned myself for so long in my life. I grew up putting a poison in my body. So my nerves developed thinking that this poison is okay. And anytime I take the poison away, my neurology goes crazy. And what that is a chemical imbalance, So if you do take a drug for long enough, you give yourself a very real neurological imbalance or a disease, whatever you want to call it. But it's, but that's also why cannabis helps with it. And I think I know it in my heart. It's the reason everybody's addicted to everything, and nobody can figure it out. So, but anyway, I'm living proof. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in 10 years. I haven't had a chew of tobacco in 9.5 years, and same with cigarettes. And I'm 40 years old. I've never felt better in my life. I feel like a kid again. Like when I was a little kid, I had these before I started drinking. Really, I had these like really great feelings, just like I felt good. And when I started drinking, I lost that feeling, and you know, I chased it, I guess. And later on in life, I'm getting those good feelings. It's just, I feel good, and it's not like I don't feel horrible because I've been poisoning myself with a poison that my body doesn't need. And so Godspeed all the people out there who are suffering from neurological uh conditions or diseases, and the good people who don't want to break the law. There was a legislator when I lobbied. I think everybody should go down and talk to their legislators and see who they're actually what they're dealing with. And one legislator down there said, "Oh, well, people could just buy it if they need it. We all know that people can just get it anyway." And it's like, well, how about not the people that mind breaking the law, pal? Like if you mind breaking the law, then you're not going to go buy legal weed. But anyway, Godspeed to all those people who are suffering. So I had my deal, but there's people that are just so worse off, and it's life or death. It's life and death for me too. It's just the reason it doesn't look like it's because I have it. So maybe that sounds strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. The faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. The streets uneven, but when you're down, when you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. R.I.P. People are strange when you're a stranger. Places look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. The streets aren't even, but when you're down, when you're strange, places come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, R.I.P. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, R.I.P. When faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, R.I.P. Thank you. Have a good night.